Yo, I had a tweet that said Chris Paul been trash for so long, he finna craft a game for a win. It got 52 retweets and 50 likes. That's how that just pretty much sums up like Chris Paul as a whole. But also why I'm genuinely like look, after the game I uploaded a video on Twitter. You will hear no criticisms. No because of this. Look, this series is in a dead heat. And what did I say last episode? I said last episode, this series is in a dead heat. And whoever wins game 5 is basically going to put themselves ahead because at that point in time, the series was at a dead heat in terms of in terms of 3 games won, 3 games lost between both teams. The Rockets came out today and in the fourth quarter, they were the better team on the floor. Steph Curry played great, but the Warriors only hit 3 of 16 shots in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Steph Curry was going crazy in the third quarter, and I expected Kevin Durant to pick it up in the fourth quarter, and he didn't. Exactly. I said that. Didn't I say that? I literally said that. I said that to.
Yeah, he gotta start going to the damn basket.
He does.
Even at the end, why do you give that ball up to Clay?
That last possession, I don't know what the hell that was. Steve Kerr should call a timeout.
I want to talk about yes. Go ahead, please.
And it was just like Clay was stuck. Like as soon as I saw him stuck, I'd have called timeout. Like that ball should have went to Steph. He was feeling it. He was in the groove. They had no answer for him. When KD wasn't getting any buckets, they should have just said, "Okay, this is going to be either Steph or we gonna lose this game."
Yeah, and also the floor space, and even when Kevin Durant, because he was like stumbling up the floor. I think it was Clay.
Yeah,
it was like Clay. It was like Clay, Livingston, and KD all on their wing. So if you Clay, I can dribble out, but if I dribble out, then they double team me.
Yeah.
And then if I turn the ball over, so then he like trying to do something dumb. And in that instance, that's not a good shot for Clay.
When the Warriors' ball movement slow down, they become very easy to guard.
Yeah.
Very easy to guard. And that's what happened too many times in that second half. They would get them caught up before you know it, 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and they put a bullshit shot up.
I also think that the Rockets got, probably for the first time really this series, the ball bounced in their favor. I was talking to Pavy during the game. I was like, all the calls that the Celtics and all of the not only the calls but the loose balls, the momentum plays where tonight, or in game 4 versus the Rockets, they went in the Rockets' favor. For the Celtics in game 4, they didn't go in their favor. You saw a lot of loose balls and fouls where they were 50-50 calls that didn't go in their favor. And it's not necessarily, the refs. It's just like, this is just the way that the game was. No. Like I said, it's not the refs. It's just the way that the game was played. Like sometimes you going to get those 50-50 balls. That's why they call them 50-50 balls, right?
They knew if they lost this game, this series was over.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Chris Paul was finna craft of the game.
And the Warriors do this thing where they like to trick off shit at the end of the game sometimes. Well, not taking away from Houston. Houston went out there and won the game. And there was a point in the third quarter where I thought the Warriors recovered, and I'm like, all right, we finna, do what they usually do. And they kept fighting back. They wanted it more. And so I feel like the Warriors one of those teams where they need a challenge all the time, where they're just going to play lazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now, for the first time in the KD era, a team has their attention.
Look, this goes back to what I said at the very beginning of the year. I said, this playoffs, I think I will be entertained. I still
haven't really.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
You're not entertained.
No, this is the first.
You got two. You got two series.
This is the first game I've watched in full in like 2 weeks.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's because you somehow got sucked into an Avengers vortex where you've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. over the goddamn NBA playoffs. Don't sit here on this. Get out of here. Look, this playoffs has been amazing. What's wrong with you?
This playoffs has been amazing.
LeBron James, you know why you don't want to watch the playoffs? Because you don't want to have to hear about LeBron James.
No, I want a close game.
It's been mad close game.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Every game in the Western Conference has been decided by double digits.
Has been a blowout.
Yes, but not really. The score is further away than what the game actually was. Usually it's like a 6-point game within about 4 minutes left, and then somebody does some dumb shit, and it balloons to like 12 or like 15 points.
All 4 games
but it's usually mad closer. But
this series, Houston Golden State's been good, even though we had 2 blowouts. But I don't know what that was.
I have no idea what that was either. But when it comes to Houston, I'm just super impressed. Like, I thought it was I said Warriors in 6, but
I said Warriors in 6 too, but I meant like a 3-1 type 6.
Yeah, like
I didn't think it was gonna be 2-2.
Exactly. Really, the only reason I said 6 was because I wanted to be respectful.
I just gave it to them because they had home court.
Exactly, and I wanted to be respectful to a 60-win team.
I think that we have a series now.
I think they validated themselves.
I'm just really
they proved they should be here.
Yeah. But okay, I'll put it this way: they validated themselves, but what they need to realize is that the job ain't over.
No, that's the hard
part of the reason why, like Chris Paul crying after that game. It's like, bro,
he was just crying.
He legit was like, he was choked up though.
Yeah, it was an emotional game, G.
It's fucking game.
It's an emotional game.
It's game 4. You got 3 of them.
G, you came down from 12 points at Oracle, bro. They were up. What, 16?
Yeah, but
it's an emotional game. He wasn't crying. The man wasn't crying.
I don't even want to see him choked up. It's a game 4.
Gee, it was a very emotional game. You came back down 12 in Oracle.
That don't mean you should be choked up in the interview.
That's a very emotional game. So look, we actually came to the we were watching the game together earlier, and you said the statement to me. You was like, "Is that the best fourth quarter comeback you've seen in the playoffs?"
Hell no.
No, obviously the Cavs, Jordan, the Robert Horry thing the Robert Horry shot, even a Derek Fisher shot with 0.4 seconds left
in 2000. Lakers against the Celtics in 2010.
I mean, even the pass with the Larry Bird when he stole the pass and threw it in,
the Bulls and
Dennis Johnson
Game
made the
6, 92.
Yeah, the Bulls against 92. Bulls against the Pacers in Game 7 and 98.
It's been a lot of. It's
been some good second half comebacks.
I mean, even when Jordan scored, what was it, 63 against the Celtics? That was a great game. Was it like an overtime game, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So no, it's not the greatest game of all time. It was the greatest. It was easily the greatest game of Chris Paul's career. Yeah. No.
Jazz game.
Huh?
Jazz game.
No.
It's higher stakes.
No. Okay. You're playing against Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell a rookie.
You're right.
He a rookie. I don't give a damn if you get 40 points on a rookie.
You're right.
You doing it out there on Steph Curry.
Exactly.
You doing it out there, and not only that, you shooting 50% from the field, over 50% from 3-point line. He did brick those free throws at the end, but it's fine.
All good.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's the tough part.
It's fine. But Chris Paul also had 27 points, 4 assists. And he only had 3 turnovers, which for him is a good job. He did what he was supposed to do.
He did basically what I said, which is why I thought this team would be good come playoff time. He saved Harden from himself. In the second quarter, Harden was on fire when he eviscerated Draymond.
Oh my God, he
destroyed Draymond. Took Draymond completely off planet Earth. It was going great. Fourth quarter come, it wasn't working right for Harden again. And also down the stretch, Chris Paul. Everything that was orchestrated down the stretch was orchestrated off of Chris Paul. It wasn't really no set plays. It was just Chris Paul's mental and I'm going to do this and get the ball.
Even the pass to Eric Gordon.
Everything was just off of Chris Paul. Chris Paul is a great point guard. He saved Harden from himself, which is what he was brought here to do.
Yeah, because last year Harden would have just bricked up them shots.
He would have just dribbled that for 20 seconds, chucked up some. It would have been mad easy to defend. That's why the Warriors would say it's easy to defend James Harden. Yeah, you're going to try to get a switch, dribble for 20 seconds. And even all of the periods in the game in which Golden State made a run and they locked them down defensively was first quarter. They get into their offense with like 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, but that's part of
you got to go quicker.
You want to know something funny? Quicker. The Warriors were up 12-0. The Rockets call a timeout. The Rockets come back and immediately score 2 points. Steve Kerr calls a timeout. He says, not today, not today. Guess how many points the Warriors scored in the fourth quarter? 12. So
the Rockets defense,
they were up by 12. 12-0. And literally in the fourth quarter only scored 12. So that's the problem. If the Rockets gonna show up every game, then we got a series.
That's a tough part of the Rockets. They gotta do this 2 more times.
The other tough part is that D'Antoni, who's notorious for going with super short rotations, only had a 7-man rotation. He only had a 7-man rotation today.
He's basic, man.
Exactly.
He's basic
terrible.
As hell.
Terrible.
He didn't do no adjustments. Chris Paul is the reason they won that game today. It wasn't D'Antoni's adjustment. They were playing the same way they've always played.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. The defense was amazing. Clay Capella had a couple plays in which I think the block on Clay he was beat, in which Clay got hurt, and then also the block he had on Steph, in which he was completely beat from the perimeter and recovered. I don't know how. So the Rockets defense is pretty much what kept them in it for the most part. Because even there were multiple parts in the game in which I'm thinking
defense and the Warriors questionable shot selection.
Yes, and also I think in the fourth, which I think Steph settled a little bit too much.
No, I think KD settled.
Both of them. Both of them.
KD definitely.
KD settled like
both of them. Both of them. But there were too many times in which I saw KD had Chris Paul on him.
KD, man,
and would just settle
KD
for.
was looking like Game 5 against Golden State. KD.
And also in which Steph would.
Game 5, 6, and 7.
Nah, he played good in Game 7. Game 5. Russ was tweaking off in Game 7.
He wasn't good enough in Game 7.
People love Russ, but Russ was tweaking.
He won
in Game
this
7.
KD in Game. He won last year KD in Game 7.
KD balled out, but Game 5 and Game 6, that man.
He won KD from last year in Game 7.
They had no 10 on challenge last year. They lost one game on playoffs.
Exactly. It was no challenge.
This is the toughest challenge they've had.